This old house is made possible by a grant from Montgomery Ward and Company.
Hello, I'm Bob Vila. Welcome to This Old House. You know, nearly a year has gone by since we completed our work on this old house. I'm happy to say that the new owners are delighted with the house and the neighborhood. It's hard to judge what impact the program has had on housing in the area, but brokers do tell us that we could hardly expect to find another bargain like this one. There's always a shortage of good, affordable houses, but now even run-down, beat-up, and shabby properties are being scooped up by eager investors. Here in this city, people are moving back in, and there's a serious housing shortage. A year ago, conventional mortgage money was going for 9.25%. In 12 short months, we've seen mortgage money reach 15, 16% if you can get it. And where will it end? The housing picture is bleak. Although folks can get more for their property than ever before, they don't dare sell for fear of facing impossible replacement costs. The builders aren't building because the cost of money is too great and land costs are out of sight. So where does that leave us? Squeezed between an increasing rate of inflation, high mortgages, the rising cost of fuel, and few new building starts. We've got to look for alternatives to the single-family house. In some areas, row houses and multiple family dwellings are becoming popular substitutes for the suburban single-family house on its own lot. It's a way to help on the mortgage payment by renting, and there's always someone to look after the house when you're away. Public and commercial buildings that are in disrepair or too expensive to heat are recycled for alternative use. Conversion to family living spaces is no longer the oddity once found only in the architectural pages of newspapers and magazines. In this city, condominium conversion has taken hold. The condominium is an appealing investment for the person who is unable to afford the high cost of a single-family house. What has happened, though, in the rush for condominium home ownership, is that the apartment dweller has been caught in the middle, unable to afford to buy and facing a dwindling supply of rental housing. And yet, in the midst of this housing shortage, there are still some undiscovered alternatives. Every community in the land has houses too big to be heated efficiently, real estate taxes too large to bear. They've become the casualties of the energy crisis. But some are being rescued by imaginative developers, families banding together and pooling their resources, and concerned citizens who value properties of historic or architectural significance. One such house is this one, the so-called Bigelow House, a summertime estate built in 1886 by the well-known American architect H.H. Richardson. Abandoned and the target of vandals for the past 10 years, this house is a typical white elephant, a house nobody wants and one that nobody can afford. But maybe it's just the house we're looking for.